San Diego Padres, everybody. Nice sweep. Welcome in. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Thursday that we all three thought was Friday. No BS. All of us on the same page in that regard. I thought it was Friday all day. I thought it was Thursday all day yesterday. How does this happen, by the way? I'm a 50-year-old man with access to a phone that tells him the exact day that it is. But I was like, one more show, man. One more show. No.
Yeah. I walked out of my closet this morning, thought the exact same. I was like, all right, just one more day.
Just one more show.
And I go, wait.
Oh, no.
No. Somewhere I knew that it was Thursday because I prepared for a round table last night, knowing it was Thursday. But when I woke up, I still immediately thought, okay, finally got to Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Reality quickly snapped back in for me.
Yeah.
But, here we are on a Thursday, everybody.
And I will tell you, first of all, thank you so much for being here. Approach with caution, I'd say, today, because I think I'm a little banged up. Ben's a little banged up. Paulie's a little banged up. Not really sure why, but I'm Woodsy. That's Paulie Reindl, the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I've been better before. Ben Higgins, friendly neighborhood sports anchor, also a very tired sports anchor.
I had a long one yesterday.
I did too.
After the show.
I had a long night.
I had to go, and I did a story on an MMA fighter who used to be a Marine, and she was visiting Camp Pendleton ahead of her fight this Saturday at Pechanga Arena. Liz Carmouche is her name. So
Liz Carmouche.
Yeah. So they, when you go on base, you got to make the arrangements, and right after the show.
Stop.
Yeah.
You've been making a lot of arrangements to get on bases.
I've been on military bases the last week and a half, and probably in the last 15 years combined.
Military Ben.
So they said, meet at 11:30 at the gate to Camp Pendleton in Oceanside. So, that's a ways up there, but I grab my camera gear, get in one of the station cars, and I drive up there, and I get there at 11:30. Now, I'm not sure what the procedure is, so I'm kind of waiting in the parking lot in the visitor center, getting a text, and like 5 or 6 minutes later, they say, actually, we need you to go to the Las Pulgas gate, which is the one that's, like halfway up to Orange County in the middle of Camp Pendleton. I go, okay, it's like 10, 15-minute drive.
Oh, you were right at the first one, like the very first one
on the San Diego side. So now I'm driving halfway in, and I get to the Las Pulgas gate. And once again, the guy at the gate, the guard, the military officer, security officer takes my ID, says, I'll hang on to this, just wait over on this side lot. And I'm like 10, 15 minutes later, they say, okay, we're coming up. We're going to escort you to the area where she is, and we're going to do the interview. All this time, because this is after the show, and I've been kind of hurrying, I kind of have to go. But I figure, all right, I can hold it.
Wait, you have to go potty.
Yeah, I got number one.
Number one.
Just number one. Normally, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm sitting here at this Marine gate. I do not want to do anything, obviously, out of bounds.
And, like getting out of a car and urinating would be the one thing that you wouldn't want.
I don't know. I just, I figure how much longer can it be? There's going to be a bathroom. We're going to some sort of gym like location where she's meeting with the Marines.
Right.
So they say, all right, get in the car. We'll do a convoy. There's like 3 cars. And I'm going like, okay. So then we start driving east, and we're driving like miles and miles. And I am now desperate. And
were you pinching
but
it?
I'm in a, I am in. So, but I'm in a convoy. I can't like pull over anywhere and stop because I don't know where I'm going, and I'm on the middle of a military base.
Oh my God.
And we're just keeping going. And then we finally get out 6 or 7 miles east, and we head more north. Like now we're heading toward Orange County. And now I'm really panicking. And I look, and I've got a water bottle in my car, but I'm thinking, I still can't stop, though. Is there
There's no way that thing's fitting in a water bottle. I'll say that right now.
Is there any way I can do this while I'm still in motion?
No, there's no way.
So I'm just like sweating now. And finally, after about 25 more minutes of driving,
25.
We get to this gym area that's on the northern end of Camp Pendleton.
Oh, man.
I get out, and she says, we're going to be over here. I said, is there a restroom? Because before anything else. So there is. So I do that quick, like, waddle walk into the what is now, this is like a military gym. So you've got Marines who are in there working out, and there's, a big Marine behind the counter, and there's me walking in like, excuse me, is there a restroom?
Holding it.
Just go all the way through the gym, past all the Marines who are all lifting weights and everything. Go to the back, to the actual locker room where the Marines go and change for their 7 times a day workouts or whatever they do. And I finally get back there, and it was sweet, sweet relief. I don't remember the last time that I had to hold it that long and was not able to go, but this was desperation.
It happens, right? The older you get, too. Like it got me the other day so bad after work that I was holding it legitimately, and it was when I finally got home. The walk in was like I was making noises like, oh my God, trying to get the code into my door. And it was, I should have timed it. And I thought, I can't play it on the air. It was no BS, easily 60 seconds, like easily. And I just stood there, and I was like, I'm going to lose it here. Now I could have pulled over at a gas station or something. I wasn't on a base, but I was like, I got to make it home. It happens to the best of us. I did the thing. And, if you listen to this program for any amount of time, you'll know that maybe a few times a year, your old pal Woodsy will come in with zero sleep. Zero. Just no REM sleep at all. I couldn't shut the brain off last night. I was hyped after our baseball practice. It's the greatest thing. We had so much fun. And I got home and, watched the rest of the game, and it was awesome. And then got in bed like I normally do, put the kids down, and I started watching a show, and I was like, I don't feel tired. And I go, did I take my Ambien? Did I? Or was that last night? I don't know if I did. And I'm like, you don't want to double up on that.
No.
I'd wake up having bought a timeshare somewhere in Tahiti.
I'll still be asleep.
Yeah, I'd still be asleep. I might wake up. And I sat there, and I go, no, I did. I'm fine. You're fine. And I was like, but you didn't, because you don't feel tired. You must not have. But don't take it now because it's 10. And I went through this all night.
That's just your life. Did I take my pill?
Pretty much.
Because you do it every morning almost.
Yeah.
You have to ask us, hey, did you guys see me take my pill?
Take my Adderall?
And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been watching you the whole time.
I'm on the Elvis diet. But I laid there, man, all night long. And it was hot. It was hot in my room, and I can't sleep in the heat. And I'm in misery. And then I get out of the car this morning, talking to my mom on the phone, and wrap up with her. And I'm like, hi, Benny. And he's like, hi. I'm like, how are you? He's like, I'm exhausted. I go, I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep once. So, listen, I need like a virtual hug from if you're mean to me today, I'm going to lose my mind right now. I've been mocked for my hair. I was mocked by your son, who had not mocked.
He wasn't being mean about it.
My mom called me this morning. She's grow your hair back. Don't ever shave your head again. I go, all right, fine. I walked by the mirror the other day. I said to my wife, I kind of miss my hair. And she goes, you idiot. She started laughing. She said, you idiot. And so yeah, but your son had he said I look like who?
J.K. Simmons, the Farmers Insurance guy, Whiplash. Very good, very talented actor.
Are you rushing or are you dragging? So you do know the difference.
I don't totally agree. I mean, he's got the salt and pepper and the beard, but
he's bald.
But he's bald. Well, he's got a little hair on the top still.
Yeah, a little, but he's bald.
And you also have a little hair,
but it's still the form is there.
He's also probably a good 15 years older than you are.
This is awful.
So I didn't totally agree. But he's a handsome Hollywood actor.
He's literally one of my favorite actors of all time. He's phenomenal.
He's from Spider-Man is how I remember him.
He was the
newspaper
editor. Yeah.
Yeah. It was such a
J. Jonah Jameson.
So I'm like, just things are unraveling. Then, so there's a Ben and Woods Discord. I don't go in it ever. I don't have access.
You don't know how.
I don't know how. I would have no idea how to access a Discord. Ben, you don't go in it either.
No.
Paulie sends me a screenshot yesterday from Tier 1 that happened to see me yesterday at lunch.
Naked Cafe somewhere.
Good on ya.
Plant Power.
Sweet Greens.
There it was. Glory hole.
Nope. He saw me and my son at Wendy's. And the weird thing is, he didn't say hello. He just put it in the Discord. Like, I just saw Woodsy at Wendy's.
I didn't know he didn't say hello.
He didn't say hello at Wendy's. I didn't see anyone that was like, "Hey, what's up, Woodsy?" Like, even if they're like, "Oh, he's with his kid," I'm not gonna bother him. Everyone will be like, "What's up, Woodsy? Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you." And I see Paulie sent it to me, and I just felt ashamed.
I didn't believe it.
Was ashamed.
Somebody sent me a screenshot.
He was there eating lunch. He was there eating lunch with his buddies or whatever. And he saw me and Bo at Wendy's.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Somebody sent me a screenshot and I go, there's no way that's real. And I had to like go search for it. And I go, oh, this man can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. We have 24-hour watch on
surveillance.
Yeah.
Literal surveillance. I had to get Bo's bike fixed yesterday.
Oh God, it was so funny.
We get home from the show and Bo was with me yesterday, and I go, "Hey, do you want to go lay down and watch a movie? Just relax," because I was tired. And he goes, "Yeah." So the missus came home. She's usually not lurking around the house, but she was lurking and lingering. And she walks in, and you know how wives are. She's like, "Oh, are you guys comfortable and having fun? There's things that need to be done. Bo needs his bike fixed." And I go, "All right, I'll take it down to Trek in Encinitas and get the tire fixed. No problem." I wanted to relax and sleep, but she was lurking around the house. She's folding laundry. So I knew she's going to keep coming in here, and she's not going to let me and him relax. If you have time to lean, then you have time to clean. And there are things that need to be done. Or fix bicycles. So we went down to Trek. And there was a wait. So I was like, let's go eat lunch. Now there's all kinds of great restaurants up and down the 101. Great, healthy restaurants. And I was like, how about Wendy's? Get you a little Frosty.
Now I did Lazy Acres right there.
Lazy Acres, a salad, poke bowl, or something
very healthy.
And so we went.
You needed a Baconator.
I did not eat a Baconator. I did have a junior bacon cheeseburger. Okay. Thank you very much. And he had a Frosty. I didn't even eat any of the Frosty. So I
didn't even dip your fries in it.
He did. And I took my son to Wendy's.
By the way, Wendy's, I think Wendy's is like goated.
It's outstanding.
I think it was
like
outstanding. Top 3 fast food.
I have not been to Wendy's in a long time. Do they still do the square patties?
Yeah.
I think I would prefer Wendy's, I think, just about over most fast foods.
Bo wolfed his burger and was like, I was like, he's like, I'm still hungry. I would eat another one. Like, he really loved it.
I think their fries are elite.
Fries were great. It was fantastic.
Crispy chicken nuggets, outstanding.
We had a great time. But yeah, man, like, which is fine. I thought it was funny at the end of the day, but like, I got caught going to Wendy's. Yeah. So
you can make up for it today with some healthy epic wings and pizza bread.
It's honestly like what got me out of bed this morning. I legitimately, you guys, at about 2 a.m. was like, what if I send a text? I've never called out of work anxious before, right? I've been sick. If I've called out of work, I've been sick. I wonder what that text would have been like. Hey guys, I'm really anxious right now. I'm not coming into work. I thought I can't leave my guys there. And I did. I felt like garbage, man. I was, full panic.
I want you to know that Paulie and I fully support your mental health.
Thank you.
And if you ever needed a day due to anxiety, we would totally understand and we would have your back.
And I wanted wings.
We would also be incredibly disappointed and grumbling when we
100%.
What's that? You have crippling anxiety?
Yeah. The mind is such a powerful thing. And you're laying there and you're like, bro, take a deep breath, go to sleep. Go to sleep. And the more you think about it, the worse off you are. So I don't know, man. I just I'm in rough shape right now. I really am.
Well, you're doing your lunch and bike repair.
Yeah.
I'm still at Camp Pendleton, so waiting and interviewing Liz Kermosh, who I met her about a decade ago. She's been a fighter for a while. I mean, she faced Ronda Rousey. She's done UFC. She's very accomplished in the world of MMA. And she's talking to these Marines and, signing some autographs. And I interview her, and then she offers the Marines a chance to come and take what she called a 10% kick.
Yeah.
From her. Like, I'm going to kick you, but I'm only going to put 10% of my power behind it. And I'm thinking, because this is how I work. I've got my camera. If I set it up, what if I went and let her do a 10% kick on me? 10%. I mean, how bad could it be? How bad could it be?
Yeah.
And then I watched the Marines.
He showed me the video
one by one. I actually sent the video to Paulie. If you want to play it for everybody in the YouTube.
These
stream.
are tough.
These are big Marines. There are well-built Marines. So they
gave a few Marines a small chance to experience what it might be like to face her in the
first
ring.
guy steps up 10%.
Kick.
They're buckling. I mean, she looks like she's just giving it the lightest tap on the side of their leg.
She knows exactly where
they're
to
like
go.
almost falling over. And when I saw that, I said, "There's no chance that I am going to let with my legs, which are dicey to begin with."
But you have
big, thick legs, but they are also like tight and not. Your
hamstring would have rolled up your leg.
Exactly. I feel like I may not be able to drive back all the way to San Diego if I let her kick me. So
she was kicking like the upper part of their like quad thigh area.
I mean, she must know exactly where to kick you to inflict maximum pain because they all felt it. And I was like, wow.
Tyler, like a reflex thing, like when the doctor, hits your knee and your knee shoots out.
Tyler said Ben would just pass away. just die.
So I abandoned that plan quickly.
What happens if you did do this? What happens if she kicks your calves though? Does her foot like bounce off?
They might explode though.
They might.
They're big, but they are not flexible in any way.
No, that would be like an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
I not only can't touch my toes, I can't touch my knees, like bending straight over. My legs are.
I wouldn't have admitted that.
Not flexible at all.
No, there's no. And it is muscle though in there. It's not.
Oh yeah,
air.
no, it is. It is.
Right, they're not balloons.
Just very rigid, inflexible muscle.
Oh, wait, somebody just said, it's been a few days not watching the live stream. I thought Woods had shaved his head. Head looked shiny. Yeah, I shaved my head. And I look like J.K. Simmons now, who's 70 years old. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm struggling.
70.
We have 3 hours and 40 minutes left to go of the day. But we do have a roundtable coming up, which is incredible because Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. will be. I did think if I did call out today, they'd be fine because Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. I don't want to talk on the roundtable because Jesse Agler and Tony Gwynn Jr. are here. You don't go to me. You don't need to go to me.
I'll call on you once or twice for propriety's sake.
And then if I fall asleep,
I can skip over you once or twice.
I've only done like 1 or 2 roundtables this year, so don't want to put words in your mouth, but it feels like we've had so many great guests.
Yep.
Like I love the new format of a weekly
so
rotating guests. But don't you kind of feel that most days? Like, I don't really want to say anything most weeks, like with the guests there. Like, they know way more about this than I do. Like, why am I here?
Especially this year. This year has been fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get Tony Gwynn Jr. up there, it should just be Ben moderating between Jesse and Tony.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That'd be great. Ben. So now you just do the roundtable and I can just go home, which would be awesome every week.
It's a great idea.
That doesn't seem entirely fair, but
happy 51st birthday to Jennifer. I don't know how to say her last name.
Vanelst.
Vanelst. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Happy 51.
Van Alst.
How
about that?
That's probably better.
Let's try that one.
That is probably better. Great win last night.
We'll be both turning 51 this year as well.
I'm less than a month away. Still can't sleep, which is insane.
You'll be as old as Blanche was in the Golden Girls in just like
there's no
3
way.
weeks. Yeah.
Blanche
was 51 when they started the Golden
slutty
Girls.
one, as you called her?
Right, Rue McClanahan.
The slutty one? She's 51?
She was 51.
The 51-year-old trollop.
Yes. And I believe Estelle Getty, who
Yeah.
was the really old
Yeah.
one. She was 53. They just made her up to look old. So
You know so
you're-
much about the
You're
Golden
essentially the age of the Golden Girls.
Girls. At almost the age of Blanche. When they started the
When
show,
they started the show, yeah.
how old were they supposed to be in that? Like
I
65?
think in their mid to late 60s.
Although
Although
that's kind of an insult, actually.
I actually had it on the other day after the Padres game. I just flipped it on and it was there. And they said a woman in her 50s. So I think they actually were supposed to be maybe in their 50s.
Can I say this? Is this misogynistic to say that women look better now, way better now at 50 than they did back then at 50? Am I safe there?
I think everybody looks better now at 50 than they used to. I mean, look at the pictures of old baseball players in their 30s.
Their 20s,
who
right?
look like they're 60.
They look like a 60-year-old plumber who's just been smoking a pack a day.
You see this old manager, you're like, that guy's 86 years old. He's actually 43 when he was managing the Cubs or whatever. No, it's true. Great series sweep. Somebody said in the chat, I think they're
Jim
right.
Leland?
Yeah.
Remember Jim
He
Leland?
was 48 years old.
He's still only 81. He's alive. Jim Leland, who managed when I was a kid and looked like he was 100
back then,
is still alive and is 81.
We are the first team. The Padres are the first team to sweep the Atlanta Braves this year. Now, you said they'd gotten close a couple of times.
So, yeah, there's an asterisk on that.
Mhm.
They've twice lost the first two games of the series and gotten rained out in the third and have not played it yet.
I don't think that
been
counts.
postponed until later in the season.
We
So
played the whole series. We
Yeah.
won them all.
The game still has to be played.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
has
Wow.
not. So they could be, but if they do end up losing that game, technically they will have been swept earlier because that game will count
Right.
in the standings earlier
We
in the
all know.
season.
But we
So-
did it. Eric says, are we really getting better? Or do the Braves just suck right now? It's such a hard thing
we'll
to
talk
know.
about that because you'd be surprised who was very moderate in what he said after the game yesterday about sweeping the Braves.
Is it Craig
It
Stammen?
was Craig Stammen.
He's never been moderate.
Well,
he's always
he
been
is,
positive.
but he's very positive. But he was not like doing any victory laps. He basically said, "Yeah, that team is riddled by injuries right now. We didn't have to face their ace, which was really nice. I mean, good for us, but
we faced plenty of aces this year,
exactly,
though,
but
man.
no, but I think it was it makes you when he says." Hey, we faced a lot of aces lately. We ran into a team that was hot, and that's what happens. It's nice to hear the manager also say the opposite. Yeah, we swept the series, but let's hold our
not go
horses
blanking each other's blanks.
Let's
just
hold our
yet.
horses a little bit. They're riddled by injuries. We didn't face their toughest pitchers. We did what we should at least try to do in a series like that. So
they did it.
It makes it more credible when he goes the other direction and goes, yeah, we didn't play that bad. Yeah, we lost the series, but we faced two of their best pitchers and they've been hot lately. It's like, that's baseball. That happens sometimes. In this case, it helped the Padres. The Braves have been struggling.
Yep.
They have been dealing with a ton of injuries to stars like Acuna and Murphy and pitchers like Strider and Schwellenbach who've been out. And the Padres took advantage for once of a team that has been struggling. So that was
great.
nice.
It's great. And I think we were probably the only show to really get behind JP Sears and his call up yesterday. I mean,
there was so much negativity yesterday.
Yeah, and if you don't believe us, we have audio.
I was wondering, are people actually listening to the show? Because I got a couple of DMs and tweets at me basically saying, you had no faith in the Padres last night. I can't believe. And I go, were you listening to the show yesterday?
Because again, audio doesn't lie, and it cannot be manipulated ever.
Welcome back, Ben and Woods. Padres going for the sweep of the Atlanta Braves tonight at 5:40 after taking the first two games of the series. And Woods, with JP Sears coming up to make his season debut, I think it's pretty clear what's going to happen tonight.
Oh, yeah, no question, man. Padres sweep this series fairly handily, I'd say.
I think you can fairly ignore the numbers from JP Sears at AAA El Paso. When he comes up to the big leagues, a lot of lefties in that lineup, he should really dominate the Atlanta Braves in this game, and the Padres should cruise to a series sweep.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And one thing I think we forget is, yes, while the ball may fly out in El Paso, it takes a lot off of, the spin that he relies on to get out.
In fact, I'm so confident the Padres are going to win tonight. I think I'm going to bet $30 on the team to win in this game.
That's some of the easiest money you're going to make.
I think my pick to click tonight, I'm going to go with Ty France. I feel like he's just been swinging a hot bat lately.
Good call, Paulie.
Great
Good
call. Great call.
Look, I mean,
There it is.
Audio doesn't lie.
It doesn't lie. Again, you guys hear what you want to hear.
What show
half
are
the
you
time.
listening to?
You hear what you want to hear. All right. So I don't like to be painted with that brush of being negative.
Congrats on that $30.
Yeah,
man.
congrats on that $30, bud.
That former
bold.
Padres player who texted you about what I said.
He did.
He's full of S.
Exactly.
We got to go to break.
All right, we will come back with our Padres Wrap-Up in the game that turned out exactly as we all predicted it would, with a 5-2 San Diego Padres victory. We'll set the menu for the Thursday, not Friday edition of Ben and Woods. When we come back, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, it's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
I won't lie. As I was laying in bed at 2 a.m., I thought, well, 7 Mile Casino's open. I could get a pork chop right now. I could literally go get a pork chop and play some California-style blackjack. But somebody would have spotted me there and thought that what's wrong with Woodsy? Why is he at 7 Mile Casino at 2 a.m.?
Getting up early. I wish I had the foresight at the California-style blackjack table, like I do in baseball, to know exactly what is going to happen, which cards are going to come out. That is a useful skill. You can also play Texas Hold'em, Baccarat, and Pai Gow Poker in San Diego's best, closest, and most upscale card room.
Next time you have insomnia, please remember that 7 Mile Casino is just 7 minutes from downtown. And again, they have a 24/7 players menu. We've talked about it before. It's one of the only places you can get good food. I mean, you can get food at 3 a.m. You're going to get really good food at 7 Mile Casino.
It is delicious. It's comfortable. It is a great spot. Check it out today, right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista, Bay Boulevard. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
If you wanted to make me cry today is probably a good day. You know when you're like your nerves are exposed and you're just because I didn't sleep. If you missed it, I didn't sleep a wink.
You're raw.
I'm very raw. So today, if you wanted to make me cry, you probably could. Or tier ones, if they wanted to be real, or people that don't like me, they could be mean to me, and it probably would make.
Why
me
would
cry.
I want to make you cry?
Because you're a sadist.
Okay, fair. Not really my intention, but I did have a plan
Joker,
for the
idiot,
round.
creep, dirtbag.
What is that from? I've never heard that.
I have.
I don't think I've ever heard that
That's
before.
Joker, idiot, creep, dirtbag.
Sounds like we're on remote somewhere.
That was at fantasy camp.
Yep.
Joker, idiot, creep, dirtbag.
Don't ask me. I don't remember the context of 95% of these drops. But I did.
Cool jerk.
I did have a plan. That was from Take on Woods.
Right.
All of those were song titles.
Oh, that's right.
Creep.
So you're
Joker, idiot, creep, dirtbag.
fantastic.
They are, yeah.
So you're going to get me to cry on the round table.
Well, I'm planning on, in honor of Father's Day a few days ago. I was going to ask the panelists to share something about their dads.
I will cry.
Plus we have Tony Gwynn Jr. with us.
Right.
Any chance to talk about Tony Sr. is always welcome. So that was, if you decide to cry, that's on you, though. I'm not trying to make you cry.
I feel like you are. I feel like today's a really good day. I've never cried on a round table. I've cried on the air before, but I've never cried on a round table.
Would be
it would be odd.
It would be a little odd spot for the tears to start flowing. But hey, it's like a support group. We're all in a
it's true.
Semicircle.
It's true. It's like
Woods just crying, stuffing his face with wings and cheesy bread.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah, for sure. It's hard. It's it's hard to talk about your dad. I love my dad. He's probably watching right now. Love you, Dad.
Hi, Gary.
Love you, Dad.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Here's what we've got coming up on the program
quickly
today. Yes.
I'm glad you're not on the round table today, Paul. That would have been.
That was part of my thinking is we get rid of Paulie at 9, so I don't have to have the awkwardness of asking the question in front of Paulie.
I think my favorite day was when he said he was going out for cigarettes and I never heard from him again. So that was cool. That was one of my favorite times. So, fantastic.
Be like, oh God, there's so many to choose from. So many to choose from here.
Well, hopefully everybody
just one.
Hopefully everybody on the round table has a decent relationship with their father.
I hope so. I think so. As far as I'm aware. So.
This is amazing.
We'll have that to look forward to. But that's at the end of the program. Before that, we'll get to our Padres wrap-up and highlights, and then an early appearance from in-season Sammy Levitt. He's going to join us coming up at 7 o'clock this morning on the off day during the homestand between series against the Braves and the Dodgers, who come to town tomorrow for 3. At 7:20, we'll get to Don't Do This. We got crime blotter news from the NFL.
Good Lord, what a story.
And an embarrassing injury moment in Major League Baseball last night. At 7:35, we'll do our MLB Reacharound, and Paulie has one of Woods' favorite Throwback Thursday segments to play for everybody.
I actually have 2. You don't remember. You don't have the other one written down on your rundown.
Oh,
we got 2 really
we got
classics.
a couple of classics
Absolute classics.
And then in our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play a little real or fake, try to qualify for the grand prize staycation at the Town and Country, $250 food and beverage credit. And then at 8:35, Smart Baseball with Eno Sarris to wrap up the show before we head over to the sound space for our weekly Padres Roundtable, which will have a somewhat positive vibe after what has happened the last 3 days against the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I think it's, we go through this every year. You're like, can I be excited about what I just saw? Or are we always waiting for the other shoe to drop? And, obviously with the Dodgers coming to town, they're a really, really good team. They're a really, really good team, and they've owned us quite a bit. And
it's a bit sobering knowing they're coming to town. I think,
kind of was.
It's not like
it takes away from the joy a little bit from sweeping the Braves.
Well, it's not even that. It's more just like there's not some crap team coming into town where you're like, all right, now keep it rolling.
Right.
Like you expect them to win at least 2 out of 3.
Can they beat the Dodgers? Absolutely. Absolutely, they can beat the Dodgers.
Of course, if they play like they just did the last 3 games, of course they can. But, it's also not out of the realm of possibility that they go back to how they were. And then we do the same thing we've been doing all year where we're going, I don't know who this team is.
Right.
Jekyll and Hyde. Here we go again.
We'll dive into the series probably tomorrow, but they're getting, I believe, Sasaki, Yamamoto, and Sheehan. Yamamoto's obviously, the toughest of the 3. Sasaki's been pitching, I think, better lately as well. But we'll see. Padres also announced that Walker Buehler is going to start tomorrow. Randy Vasquez is moving back another day to Saturday in the series as well. Michael King will pitch on Sunday.
What did they rejigger?
So initially, when they brought up JP Sears to start yesterday, they just pushed everyone back a day, and it would have been Vasquez then Buehler.
Got it.
But they're going to keep Buehler on his normal rest and push Vasquez back 2 days instead of just 1.
This is the start for Walker Buehler that will let us know if he's truly a Padre or if he's really a spy.
Interesting. He didn't pitch last time, right?
I don't think so.
Is he a spy for real?
This will be interesting to see Walker Buehler against his former team coming up tomorrow. But I was going to say, I don't think it's fair to establish a goal and then immediately change it based on the outcome of 3 days. But at the start of the series, I said, these 2 weeks, Braves, Dodgers, Cubs, Dodgers, dangerous for the San Diego Padres. They are currently 2 games above 500. This was on Monday. If they go 6-7 and are still above 500 at the end of this stretch, I said, I think you feel pretty good about that, considering how tough the level of opponent is. Well, now they're 3-0. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, I don't know how happy I'm going to be if they go 3-7 in their next 10 games, but that will achieve the goal that I set for them on Monday. So I do feel like I have to move the goalpost slightly because 3-7 now does not feel like it's going to be an immense success for the San Diego Padres over the next 10 games.
No, it doesn't. It certainly changes your perspective. Is that a good lesson to stop setting goals for a team that you have no control over? Maybe
stop doing wouldn't we all sign up for 6 and 7 right now?
It's not that we have no control over them. It's that we don't understand them at all.
Well, and it's a part of sports radio host vernacular, right? It's just part of the what you do when you have this job to be like, all right, guys, so if we go 5-5, everyone happy, right? Like, it's just part of the deal. And then they win those 3. Yeah, 3-7. The next 10 would suck. I'd be furious, right? After winning the first 3.
They win 1 game in 3 of the series, essentially.
Right, exactly.
Lose all 3 series, and you go 3-7.
It's just this,
including a 4-gamer against the Dodgers next week.
It would feel terrible.
It's the mental gymnastics that you do in the course of 162
But if it happens, I'll
season.
happily remind you. Well, I did tell you a couple weeks ago, if they go 6-7, that that's not a bad, it's not a bad outcome.
6-7.
All right, let's get into last night's game, though, the JP Sears game, as it will forever be known. Coming up with our Padres Wrap-Up. Next with Ben Woods after traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In El Cajon, taking the 67 in the southbound direction, a little bit of slow traffic getting onto the 8. But once you're on in the westbound direction, it's a great ride getting into La Mesa. I'm Abby Curlett, Odyssey San Diego Traffic.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Before your next summer road trip, make a quick pit stop at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Their all-star technicians will have you back on the road fast. No appointment needed. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
In the 7th inning last night. It's this one in the air to left field and deep. Dubon's going back. He will look up. This one gonna go. Second deck in left field for Ty France. His 9th home run of the season. And the Padres first hit of the game. A lead homer here in the 3rd. They go ahead 1-0. Now the 2-2. France lines it the other way towards the right center gap. White and Harris coming together. White dives. And he makes a great catch. Machado will tag and score. A sac fly by Ty France. Padres lead it 2-0. Xander in the air to center field, not terribly deep. Harris charging in, still coming. It'll dump down. And a base hit. Fernando going to come on and score. And a bloop single for Xander Bogaerts makes it 3-0 here in the 5th. And Bart hits it in the air deep down the left field line. This one headed towards the Western Meadow building and gone, a home run. Joey Bart, his first homer as a Brave, a 2-run shot here in the 6th. And a whole new ball game. The Padre lead is down to 1. Taylor swings, lines it the other way, over Olsen, down and a base hit. It's a fair ball. Francis scored. Bowen's right behind him. Samad Taylor sends it the other way. A 2-run single. And the Padre lead is extended 5-2 here in the 6th. Adams said, now the 2-2 pitch. Smith reaches for it. Kind of a half-swing grounder to short. Xander's got it. The throw in time. And the ball game is over. The Padres continue their mastery of the Atlanta Braves. They sweep this 3-game series as J.P. Sears comes up from El Paso and gave you more than you could have ever asked for. Offense did their part, and the Padres beat the Braves tonight 5-2.
Good effort from this ball club, really all series long, but J.P. Sears gave the Padres exactly what they needed after a long bullpen game, able to get the sweep here against a very good Atlanta Braves ball club.
Final score, the Padres 5 and the Braves 2 as they sweep this series.
That's about as good as we could have expected. JP pitched awesome, really controlled everything in that outing except for that last pitch, and he really has been having some tough luck down in El Paso, which is indicative of some of his numbers, but I feel like the way he threw the ball today is what he's capable of doing in the big leagues and what he's shown he did in the big leagues before we traded for him. So exciting that he came up. We needed him big. He stepped up to the plate and just did an amazing job for us. And it was just fun to watch him go out there and compete and have a lot of fun doing it.
Any significance to a sweep over the Braves? I know you've talked about that, but not really. But besides the fact that you just won 3 games.
Yeah, we're playing a good team. They're definitely a good team. They're also missing, a few of their stud players, and we didn't face their ace either. First time we haven't faced someone's ace in a while. So you get them in a playoff series, things are, always going to be different or something like that. But it's a team, similar to how we've played the Phillies. We've always struggled with the Phillies. The Braves have kind of always struggled with us. And it's funny how baseball just kind of keeps repeating itself over and over and over again. But, such is the way it goes sometimes. But, we'll take a 3-game sweep anytime we can get one.
Interesting perspective there. From
honestly,
Craig
you were right.
Yeah.
You talked about it earlier. It was an interesting perspective, but he's absolutely right. I mean, it's really you feel like it's the first time we faced a team that was like, all right, you get our 1, 2, and 3. Here we go.
Craig Stammen talking over corn, by the way, is
awesome.
Very funny every single time.
No
doubt. That's 9 straight wins for the Padres at Petco Park over the Braves, dating back to the 2024 Wild Card Series. But in all of those 9 games, the Braves were handcuffed, essentially. Remember that playoff series?
They decimated
by injuries.
Decimated.
The start of last season, they didn't have Acuna back. They weren't, it turns out they weren't ever going to be themselves last year. We didn't know that. We thought, oh my God, the Padres just swept the Atlanta Braves 4 straight to start the season. Well, the Braves turned out not to be,
not good.
The World Series contenders we expected.
Remember that wild card series? They had to play like game 162 the day before on like an off day.
They threw AJ Smith-Shawver as one of their starters. It was not. It was not
You're
pretty.
Like,
for
if
the
we
Braves.
don't move on to past this team,
that was nerve wracking. Like, it was like, bro, we got.
You're like, you have to win.
You got to beat this
Michael
team.
King goes and strikes out 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
remember they were saying like there was a possibility that baseball might not make them play that 162nd game, and we were all saying, BS, got to play all 162.
Doubleheader.
Sorry about it.
Doubleheader the day before.
Yeah.
So we had baseball practice right when the game started. So I get in the car. And JP Sear, and I look at the score on the thing it's 3-0. I'm like, oh my God, let's go. So we're driving home. As we pull into my driveway, Jesse's like, all right, stepping up to the plate is Joey Bart, and Bo in the back seat is like more like Joey Fart. Boom, gone. And I was like, all right, well, I didn't see JP throw a pitch. I walked in and they had pulled him. So as soon as I walked in, I think it was David Morgan, right?
Bart hit it off Sears. It was his last pitch.
Yeah.
But then David Morgan.
So by the time I went from my car to the house and unloaded my gear, David Morgan was in.
Yeah.
I didn't see JP pitch. I obviously saw the line. I heard the stories.
He didn't fake. It wasn't fake.
What was working?
The breaking ball was sharp. The fastball was well located and well timed. I think it was a well called game by Freddie Fermin. Kept the lefties especially off balance. I mean, Matt Olson looked, and a couple of at bats looked really bad against JP Sears. It was just a well pitched game. Sears looked very happy to be back in the big leagues and not El Paso and pitching in the PCL. And really was a gamer out there. What we kind of heard about JP Sears, but hadn't ever really seen in person with the San Diego Padres.
Well, even his manager, if you just heard that quote, was like, yeah, he's doing the things he did in the big leagues before we traded for him. Which again, if you hear that, you're like, all right, it's fair. That's fair. I was much better with the Athletics than I've been with the San Diego Padres. But it begs the question, what do you do now? Do you want to give guys that earn their way.
Yeah, you need to keep JP Sears.
You
at
need to
least give
keep
him another
them- right.
couple opportunities, right? We'll talk about it more. I've got it up in the roundtable as well. But with the kind of efforts you've been getting from the other guys, and with Lucas Giolito on the injured list,
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's in the
you
IL.
definitely need JP Sears, at least for the time being, going forward. That may give you a little more wiggle room in terms of like when are we bringing up Johnny Brito or some of the other pitchers. But it also now the question is, how long do you have to stick with Griffin Canning? If you've got other options, JP Sears all of a sudden looks more viable. Now, not going to get ahead of myself and go, all right, JP Sears, we can just count on him for 20 more starts the rest of the season and we're good to go. That would be getting it ahead of things.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, you definitely have to give him another chance after what he did in that game yesterday, I would think. Offensively, Padres facing former Friar Martin Perez, who in the first couple innings, kind of like, okay, this is why he's been so effective. Then Xander hit 110-mile-an-hour line drive off his thigh. And after that, he wasn't quite the same. I don't know if the two were necessarily connected, but the next inning, Ty France hit the leadoff home run. The Padres had more offense, obviously, in the bottom of the fourth. He started getting wild. 2 walks and a single before the France sacrifice fly, which could have been a bases clearing double easily if Eli White hadn't made a sensational catch.
Ty France, that was my pick to click.
It was.
That was. You nailed that, Paulie.
Another leadoff walk got him in the 5th, and then Samad Taylor with the bunt single, double steal, and then a blooper by Xander Bogaerts scored one more. Padres actually could have had well more than 5 runs in this game yesterday. But then it got close again with the Joey Bart home run, and Samad Taylor continues
what an AB
to come through.
That was beautiful
when they need him to. It's been a nice little story here. Gives them the insurance, and you get Morgan Peralta and Jason Adams
flipping that ball, just dunking it into right field.
So
amazing.
Good.
Really nice. Want to talk more about JP Sears, though, and we will do so with Sammy Levitt coming up next. Let's also give out those Zach Top tickets coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. We have some breaking basketball news this morning. The Charlotte Hornets have traded LaMelo Ball to the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's been a busy last few days in NBA offseason activity with the draft and a bunch of deals going down.
Get all of Sammy's thoughts on that.
I don't know if he's got any thoughts on that, but he is standing by. I don't know if I have any thoughts on that. I mean, Ant and LaMelo could be great, could be a disaster. Who knows? We will find out. But let's go out to our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. We are joined by our Padres pre- and post-game show host, Sam Levitt, to react yesterday to the, I have to admit it, surprising performance by JP Sears. I did not see that coming, Sammy.
Well, it just shows you can never predict what's going to happen in baseball on any given night or with any given call-up, but you're exactly right, Ben. I mean, it was terrific, not just in the effectiveness, but he gave the Padres exactly what they needed, which was length, and got outs and ate up some innings, and you knew the bullpen was, in all likelihood, going to be a little bit short with Miller throwing 2 innings the day before and Morejon getting used 2 days in a row. So that was really impressive. I mean, for him to go out there against a good lineup and a lineup that stacked a bunch of righties against him. It was awfully impressive. So credit to JP Sears, because I don't know that a lot of us saw exactly that coming, but he was very, very good and deserves a lot of credit. He gave him effectiveness and length, and certainly on a day where the Padres really, really needed it. So it was pretty great.
Samad Taylor, Sammy, has been just spectacular and fantastic. And, I don't think anybody could have seen this coming. The energy that he brings has fit in the clubhouse since day one. I mean, it's just been so much fun to watch and put in positions where he's just come through time after time. Also seems like such a great dude. How'd this guy fall through the cracks, man? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got such an interesting story, right? He's bounced around. He's had cups of coffee in the major leagues before. And I thought even during spring training, guys, getting to know him a little bit, just great attitude, super, super upbeat. And he's been exactly that way since he arrived after getting called up. And, he's been exactly what he said he was going to be when he showed up. I mean, before he even played in the game, he said, and I think that initial scrum, that he wanted to be a spark plug. And he's been exactly that. His approach in a situation like last night, 2 outs and a couple of big runners in scoring position. He doesn't try to do too much and finds a way, the bunts, the speed, all of it. I mean, he's just been remarkable on both ends, both offensively and defensively. And, I just think I think what's interesting for Samad is he's had opportunities before with other organizations, and it's been up and down, and he's been, up and down from the minor leagues a lot. And I think just has the right mindset this time around and clearly appreciates it, and has been everything and more you could hope from a guy who gets that opportunity and is just doing it in so many ways. So he's a really, really terrific story. The fact that he's from Southern California and he's now getting to play in front of family, all of it. It's truly like one of those stories, I think, that you just love for a guy that, has never truly found his consistent footing in the major leagues. For him to be doing what he's doing it's special. And it's a pretty cool story. He's got a great personality. And I think in a lot of ways is that spark plug. And until further notice, I mean, he should be batting right behind Toddy. And, I said it last night. I mean, when Tatis is playing the way he's playing and Taylor is playing the way he's playing, talk about a really dynamic 1-2 at the top of the lineup. And, I don't think it is any coincidence that this offense has played the way it's played and has shown so many signs of life with Taylor batting at the top of the lineup. And he has been a huge part of it. And, when you look at what this offense is doing and, the way it's kind of, starting to turn around, I really think you have to give Samad Taylor a lot of credit for that. He has been a big, big reason why. And I think that's one of the beauties of baseball is you never know who might come up and have that kind of impact. And he just deserves a ton of credit in a lot of ways.
For the record, Samuel, You have a very normal head shape.
What?
Last night.
Seems out of place.
No, it's not. Somebody tweeted at Sammy, man, Sammy Lev has an effed up head shape. And I said, man, that's not accurate. Sammy, you have a very normal head shape.
Sammy, do you have any mean tweets about Woods that you want to read?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty out there. Plenty.
Yeah, Woods gets a lot.
Yeah,
Woods gets a lot.
Your head is.
So don't feel self-conscious about your head, is what Woods is saying.
Correct.
I believe, Sam.
Sammy just wrote back.
Yeah,
Oh, I know, isn't it?
Fun? It's that's a new one because I do get a lot. I mean, I get a lot of mean TikTok and Instagram comments. Now, for the most part, it has to do with my hairline, which which I always tell people, and I do think there's a lot of truth in this. I'm not saying that as I'm getting older, the hairline isn't going back, because it probably is, but I've always had a super deep hairline. I mean, you could look at a photo of me when I was like 5 years old, and the hairline is deep, even with my curly hair when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
So I've always had a deep hairline, but that's a new one. I don't even know what that meant about my head shape.
Me neither.
I think my head shape is fairly normal. I mean, I've got a little bit of a longer face.
It's not like bulbous or anything. Like, you just look normal. I go, man,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. That was a new one.
I didn't want you to feel bad.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm very good at letting those things just roll off my shoulders.
I'm not, but
Padres pre- and post-game show. Sam Levitt is with us. All right, back to baseball for a second. I want to talk about one of the underappreciated San Diego Padres, Wandy Peralta.
Oh,
who,
man.
I just looked at the numbers. Since the start of May, he has made 21 appearances. In 20 of them, he has not allowed a run. He comes in as an opener. He came in yesterday in a high leverage situation in the 8th inning. His ERA is down to 1.7 something. I mean, for a couple of years, we kept going, mop up guy. Why did AJ waste the money on Wandy Peralta? Now he has a player option one last year for $4.45 million for next year. I'm starting to worry he's going to opt out, and we're going to lose Wandy Peralta, Sammy.
I know.
We kept wishing he would opt out the last couple of years, and now we wish he's not going to opt out, but he's got that option at the end of the season. He's pitched really well.
Yeah, he's been terrific. And Yuki's also been great. I mean, again, I think there are a lot of guys who deserve a lot of credit. I mean, and for Wandy to also be doing it as the opener has like you said, has been marvelous. And what's amazing too is, like, I remember, and I didn't really look at the baseball savant of it or look at his average fastball, but Wandy's throwing hard.
He is.
I mean, I looked up yesterday at one point, and I mean, it was 98. I mean, I don't know. Did he hit 99? I mean, he is out there throwing hard, and he's been incredible, and Yuki's been really good. I mean, you think about that game yesterday, and I know the question was about Peralta, and obviously he's been terrific. But yesterday, Matsui comes in. He, in the 4th inning, ends up stranding a runner in scoring position. He did give up the home run to Dubon, but he ends up going 2 innings and a third and gives up a run.
Yep.
And that was a big reason why they won that game yesterday. The fact that, somebody like Yuki went out there and got 7 outs and kept you right in the game and gave Tatis an opportunity to tie it. So, I think, this bullpen, obviously the back end guys and the high leverage group is terrific. And they're a big reason why the record is what it is, despite a lot of the offensive struggles until this most recent stretch. But it's also about the collective and what guys like Peralta and Matsui have done. And, Kyle Hart, like, top to bottom, they, for the most part, it hasn't always been perfect, but it's been pretty impressive and very, very deep. And I'm with you, Ben. I mean, Wandy has been a revelation, and I don't know that you could have seen him being this good coming, given the last couple of years and his age. And he's out there throwing hard, man. It's pretty fun to watch and impressive, and just another guy that is performing at a super high level.
And we don't see it. Maybe you do because you're there every day. But Wandy, everyone says he's the funniest guy in the clubhouse.
You don't need to be down there to know that he's the funniest dude you've ever seen.
Keeps that bullpen loose, and
the hostage release when he runs out of the bullpen like he just woke up. It's my favorite. He's what? Me? All right. Just like tucking in his shirt. Like, it's unbelievable. He's great. They love him. They love him down there.
You know the way that he is. He's super funny, and people who go to the games a lot will know this. Like, every answer on those videos that they do between innings, where it's like, oh, who would you want to do this? Who would you want who trust with this? It is like, the answers like are always Wandy. Like, oh, who would you want to be stranded on a desert island with? It's like, oh, I'd want Wandy.
Good.
That'd be great. Like, oh, like he'd keep me laughing. So and I've heard that from guys for a while, that Wandy he is quite funny out in the bullpen, and you do see a little bit of that in the clubhouse. But yeah, I wish I could spend the game in the bullpen to get the full Wandy experience. And not only is he funny, but he's now pitching his tail off. So it's pretty cool.
He's the anti-Dalton Rushing for the Padres, because I saw a couple of things with Dalton Rushing. Like, who would you least like to sit next to? They're all like, Dalton Rushing, all of them. Like, it was so funny.
I don't think they really have those videos, but
they do. No, on like Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Not on the big screen.
The Jumbotron.
No, not the Jumbotron. No.
Who's your least favorite teammate?
Chris Rose did it. Chris Rose did it. Like, who would you least like to sit by? Dalton Rushing, holding up a piece of paper. No, it's fun, Sammy. Now, obviously, speaking of Dalton Rushing, Dodgers coming to town. They're a really, really good team. They find ways to win, and I don't know, man. It's you hope that the joy of sweeping the Braves isn't so short-lived. It's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
Going to be a battle. Now, they've never seen Samad Taylor, have they? So, our secret weapon, perhaps.
Yeah. Look, I think you can't make the Dodger series more than what it is, right?
Tell your boss that. Can you tell your boss that?
Well, and I think the last time these two teams played, they were much, much closer in the standings. And that's not to say that this isn't a big series. Of course it is, because, you're trying to, make the playoffs, and we're getting towards the midway point of the year, and this is a really tough stretch. Look, you're going to face Sasaki on Friday. You're going to face Yamamoto on Saturday and Sheehan on Sunday. And, you got Walker Buehler's been great on Friday, and it would be nice to just get off to a good start in that series and have Walker go out there and pitch well and just keep this thing rolling. Look, you talked about the joy of sweeping the Braves. I will say one thing, and you can only control, who you play, and let me rephrase. You can't control when you play a team, right? And how you catch them. Right. And I will say, the Braves, that was not,
correct.
That was not their full strength at all. I mean, they're really banged up. You didn't face, their ace and Chris Sale. They also just weren't hitting. So I do think that's a part of what we saw this week. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the Padres. They earned a couple of really great one-run wins, and yesterday came up with some big hits and got a great start from Sears, who came up and shined. And that's all, they deserve a lot of credit for that. That Braves team, I think they're a lot better than what they showed this week at Petco Park. So, hey, you got to stay focused, and you got to keep on finding a way to keep this thing rolling, because, guys, and you know this, and this is a sprint towards the All-Star break. With the schedule, they don't have another off day after today. And then, and I don't know if you've looked at the schedule out of the All-Star break. I mean, again, maybe it's not as daunting as far as opponent, but I think I have to look at it again. I think it may be 26 games in 27 days.
Yeah, it starts with the
All-Star
Comic-Con road trip, which is always the longest one. Get them out of town while Comic-Con's here.
Yeah, guys, this is going to be, even coming out of the break, you talk about through the end of July, it is a tough stretch of baseball for a lot of different reasons. So, you want to talk, Woodsy, about a team needing to lock in and really figure it out and get this thing rolling. It does feel like the time is now, with the midway point coming up. And, obviously you have a very, very good team in the Dodgers coming in.
Thank you, Sammy. Have a great off day. How's your oral hygiene? Just want to get you prepared. I hear you're going to the dentist.
Yeah,
Good.
I actually have a bit of a funny story about that from yesterday. I bring floss with me everywhere I go. Okay. In my bag, I bring a thing of floss because I don't, you get things stuck in your teeth
all the time.
I eat a bunch at the ballpark. I bring my little, I had a Trader Joe's salad yesterday. That's all in your teeth. So, he doesn't know this, but I'm sitting there, I'm flossing my teeth. I think I'm having a conversation in our little booth, myself and Pedro Gutierrez, one of the great Spanish language broadcasters for the Padres. And Ben Ingram, who is a friend and is a great guy, he's the Braves radio voice. He's in the booth to the right. And Ben looked over. I don't know if he thought anything of it. He just kind of waved to me because I hadn't talked to him yet in the series. And I literally was mid floss, and I thought about it for the next 5 minutes. I didn't tell him that, but I was mid floss when he waved. I was like, oh, that's kind of, you don't want to see people. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have people see you flossing. I was like, I got to do a better job at kind of doing this incognito.
Yeah,
so that was in my brain for about 5 minutes.
Go in the stall. Go in the stall in the bathroom in there, and floss. Nobody. That's one thing you don't want to see because people floss.
I know.
They look at the floss and see what's on.
See what you got.
That's a real question I have because now I'll break out the floss. I won't do it in the middle of the hallway, but I will do it in my own privacy. I guess even if I was sitting in the press box amongst people. You really think the floss is something you should do in privacy outside?
I do.
Oh, interesting.
I do.
You know what?
All right.
I don't.
I think it'd be better. Do you use the picks or the actual
I switched
floss?
recently to the picks.
No, I got the actual
individual
floss.
He does.
I
Picks.
Take that. I
finger
take a
wrap
whole
and
piece of floss.
Yeah, you can't do that in
cannot
public.
do that in
yeah.
public. You can't.
Interesting.
You cannot.
I never felt a way about it. I guess I should.
I mean, do you defecate on the floor too? I mean, it's basically the same.
It's not the same
thing, I think.
Well, I guess you're right. You're kind of picking things out of your teeth. You've got remnants falling all over the place, and then you are right in this. Now, yeah. Well, look, when I sit in a little booth and I have a little bit more privacy, I just take that piece of floss and I put it in a garbage where nobody can see.
Right.
If I'm in the middle of the press box, now I'm walking with the floss to throw it away in this public trash can amongst people. Yeah, I guess I've got to be a little bit more discreet.
Yeah,
I
for
guess
sure.
You're right.
Yeah,
I never really thought about it.
Once you're married, you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, now when you're single, you're out there, you don't. You never.
I'm glad
know.
you throw it away because finding someone else's floss is the worst.
Well, who cares? It's the modern dating world as we've discussed.
That's true. That's true.
Who cares?
Sammy,
it's over. It's over.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the off day. Padres Dodgers tomorrow night.
All right, guys. See you. Thanks.
Bye,
Sammy Levitt, our Thursday conversation. Before we do anything else, let's give away another pair of tickets to Zach Top coming to Pechanga Arena on September 17th. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com, but be the second caller right now at 833-288-0973. You can win a pair during our break, 833-288-0973. When we come back, don't do this, including, a potential life sentence being faced by an NFL starter for the Detroit Lions. We'll get to that coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, Trajan Wealth has been a game changer for me. When your baseball team is in the hunt, every decision matters. Preparation shows up, mistakes get magnified. That's the same mindset people need heading into retirement. Once you're getting close, there's less room for error. Market downturns, inflation, or poor timing can have a big impact. That's why Trajan Wealth helps people prepare before it's crunch time. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help build income and investment strategies designed to weather volatility, so you're not reacting under pressure. They're local, independent, right here in San Diego, offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. I feel good. I've got a plan now. If retirement is getting closer, now is the time for you to be proactive. Start by calling 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1, or just go online to learn more at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Got our Throwback Thursday clips coming up, and MLB Reacharound all at the bottom of the hour. But first, it is time for Don't Do This. And Woods, you can start us out today.
I will get us started. I had to double check and triple check that this actually happened in the game, in the major league level of baseball yesterday. My Don't Do This goes to the New York Mets. I don't know if you guys saw this, but they committed not one, not two, not three, not four, not five errors in the infield. They committed 6 errors yesterday. Their infield. I mean, you want to talk about being firmly in the torture chamber. The New York Mets are in it right now. Their announcer, Gary Cohen, had some comments.
Coming to Kelly, and he hits it sharply at Vientos, and he boots it for yet another error. Unbelievable. The 6th infield error for the Mets tonight. 2nd for Vientos. And that puts runners at first and third.
Kelly with ground ball gets a to Vientos' right. Looked like he wasn't sure whether to backhand it or play it straight up. I think that ball hit him in the knee.
I mean, what do you say at this point? I mean, this team is in the depths of despair. Can't get starting pitching to hold the other team at bay, struggling with their offense, and now the defense falls apart. 6 infield errors.
6.
Unprecedented.
Right? Like, I've seen like...
I mean, it wasn't. They went back in the records and found like 1952 or something. They committed 6 infield errors in the game.
Did?
Yeah. But remember back then, you know, the maintenance of infields wasn't nearly as good as it was today. I think the balls were a little lumpy at times. So, yeah, you don't see that kind of thing in modern baseball.
This team is in the depths of despair.
I like it. Hit him in the knee.
That sounds like that could go in next year's crap up.
This team is in the depths of despair.
That's fantastic.
And give
Paulie.
credit to the Mets broadcasters. They tell it like it is. Gary Cohen,
they're great.
They don't pull punches. It's been ugly.
That's why they're favorites. I mean, they're a top 5 broadcast booth every year on those rankings, just like San Francisco, Don and Mud, of course.
They are good, and I think it was Keith Hernandez who was watching Pete Crow Armstrong fly around the bases, and he goes, "Wow, what a terrible trade that was by the Mets! Like, just horrible."
Mets actually made a trade after the game to the Cubs, sending pitcher David Peterson. Padres probably could see him in the upcoming series. The Cubs are so hard up for starting pitching. They took a guy that is so bad that the Mets have basically stopped using him this season, but they needed pitching desperately, so they did make a trade.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was as ugly as it gets for the Mets. Could be a sign that they're starting to give up on the season and sell off. I mean, they say that's trade could have happened either way, but we will see going forward. This one's a gnarly story from the NFL. Detroit Lions quarterback Terrion Arnold is facing multiple felony charges and possibly up to life in prison after he was arrested yesterday in connection with a robbery and kidnapping in early February. As the story goes, according to the police in Florida, Arnold was staying with a bunch of friends at an Airbnb. They had like $250,000 worth of stuff robbed from the Airbnb. And they thought they knew who did it. So they took justice into their own hands, kidnapped the people, and held them at gunpoint to try to get their stuff back. Police say they were wrong. That's not who did it. And now they're the ones facing the punishment and potential big time behind bars. Now, Arnold says he had nothing to do with it, that, other people have pointed the finger at him, but he wasn't there. He had nothing to do with it. The police say he was the one who orchestrated the whole thing. Either way, some serious legal consequences and trouble coming up for Detroit Lions quarterback Terrion Arnold.
Don't they have like group chats? And it says there's a group chat involving the defendants, and that Arnold and Hilton gave directions through that chat while the attack was happening. And he arrived at the apartment. I mean, it looks like they've got him dead to rights here, but,
This is what they finally got OJ for, wasn't it? They didn't get him for obviously murder, but they got
Double
him
murder.
for
stealing memorabilia.
No. The other people stole the memorabilia, and he held them hostage.
He held them
to
hostage.
get it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up finally sending him to prison in the end.
Imagine you beat a murder rap, and then you throw it all away to go get your signed footballs back.
I think about it a lot. The ESPN 5-part documentary.
It's
on
the
OJ.
greatest.
It's one of the best sports documentaries out there. It's like 12 hours long. But in that, I think it's the last episode where they've done the whole court case, and then they go into what we were just talking about, the Vegas hotel and him finally going to jail. And then they just cut back to Marcia Clark, who hasn't been in the documentary for like half an hour at that point, and she just starts laughing.
Yeah,
she
she's
just
like,
goes,
"You idiot.
You moron.
Yeah, moron.
Like,
You're a moron.
You got off on double
murder,
and you're going to jail for signed footballs."
Would have never seen me again. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. And
Finally, I don't know the last time we've had someone appear in a "don't do this" and then a "do this" the next day.
Listen,
DD mega doo-doo.
I am nothing if not fair, and I will admit I wasn't wrong about yesterday's Tony Vitello clip, but I thought it was really bad, and I thought this one was really great. I happened to tune in last night before my complete and total insomnia all night and watch the end of the Giants Athletics game.
They're down 1-0 in the ninth.
1-0 in the ninth, and much maligned, Rafael Devers steps to the plate and hits a 98-mile-an-hour fastball dead center to tie the game. And then can't remember who walked it up, but another guy came up and hit a homer, and Giants win. Gatorade bath celebration. I have to give credit to Tony Vitello for his post game here.
I complimented some of the other coaches. I'd be remiss if I didn't say the best coaching moment of the night was we told Rafi if he got on first, we were going to pinch run for him. And that was that at bat in the ninth. So
that's so good.
He gave a courtesy laugh right there to that.
That's fantastic.
That was a joke.
Motivated him by saying, "Hey, you end up at first. We're pinch running for you."
It's so funny. That was really good. I said, "Damn it! All right, fine."
The walk-off winning home run back-to-back came from Victor Bercotto after Rafael Devers hit his.
It was look, and I've watched a lot of the coverage and a lot of the, how radio stations do, send out a little minute and a half clip this is a blah, 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 and he is blah, 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 and he needs blah, blah, blah. And I just thought to myself, there's not many guys that can do what he did last night, right? Like, there's just not many. They actually had a stat of like farthest home runs on a faster pitch, and he was like him and Babe Ruth and Shohei, right? Like, he's really talented. He made a mistake. Apologize for it. San Francisco media has spent 48 hours crushing this dude, and I mean crushing. What's your reaction? If you're any of these guys, KNBR or whatever this morning, like, it's just a big slice of humble pie, right? Like,
I think so.
He's got to go in and eat it.
Yeah. Still, 14 games under 500.
Sure. Yeah. No,
that's why
I'm talking about him. No, they were mad at him.
Yeah, but the reason why they're looking for someone to blame.
Defending the media again.
No. But that's why they're looking for someone to blame is because the team has been so bad.
No, they found someone to blame for waving off a pinch runner.
They did.
And they really wanted him benched. And I think that's a pretty good indication of why they don't run big league clubs like little league clubs these days.
And that is don't and do this for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Now, I wanted to bring up Tarek Skubal as well, but we can do that in the MLB Reacharound coming up next for what happened in his game.
Oh, yeah. That was a kind of a scary moment for a moment. But then it turned out to be kind of funny.
It did turn out to be kind of funny. That's coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
But first, my friends, wanted to tell you I'm really enjoying my new F-150 from Sedano Ford. Like, I got it from someone that bought it at Sedano Ford. Does that make sense? Still came from Sedano Ford.
It's a Sedano Ford vehicle.
Sedano Ford vehicle, and I absolutely love it. Listen, we got a few days left in June, and go see my friend Manny Sedano Ford if you want to get into one of these F-150s. They got an incredible deal right now on the 2026 F-150 STX, just $343 a month plus tax. They are also doing Ford employee pricing for everyone. You walk in, pay exactly what factory employees pay. You can also get the 2026 Ford Maverick XL, just $297 a month plus tax, or the 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben, just $306 a month plus tax for 36 months. Again, that F-150, I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. It's like my favorite vehicle I've ever had. So got an incredible staff there. They are local. They are veteran-owned. Support local. Let them know Woodsy sent you down there, please. For more details, you want to check out the inventory, just go to SedanoFord.com. Once again, it's SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Check in. How you doing?
I'm okay.
You seem a little tense.
Tense?
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Just checking in.
No, not too tense.
Okay.
Like not too nervous about the World Cup game tonight because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, for sure.
What happens. I do feel bad. Like Dave Marcus, our great engineer for Padres broadcast.
Love Dave.
Love Dave.
Has tickets for the World Cup game tonight. Padres off day. It's up in Englewood. Probably spent a fortune.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
And
Well,
you get,
it's the experience.
Yeah, I mean, you still get a
You
World
still
Cup
get-
game, but it has absolutely zero consequences whatsoever. It's
All right.
like a really, really cool spring training game.
Man.
Which is like, you can go to the coolest spring training game of all time. You're like, all right,
Most expensive, coolest.
There'll be a lot of
spring training
pomp
game.
and circumstance, and but you do kind of want the tense. Like, okay, if we win this one, we move on, or we win our group, or we're
Or-
eliminated, or whatever. I mean, I guess no tension at all.
Conversely, go up, have the time of your life, throw your feet up, and just watch the U.S. play in an incredible setting. You're right, though. There's no stakes.
None.
No, you're literally watching for guys not to get injured.
Yeah, and
Like, that's it.
Mauricio
that
Pochettino, the coach, said he's not playing any of his guys on a yellow card, so they don't risk getting a second one and being out for the first
Smart,
game
yeah.
of the knockout stage. Christian Pulisic is available. Don't know how or if they're going to use him.
Why would you?
Unless they wanted him to get some more
Get some
training because he
work.
missed the last game, but they have not announced how that is going to go. But they do play at 7 o'clock tonight, wrapping up Group C stage against Turkey. This comes after Mexico rolled into their round of 32 with a perfect 3-0 record, beating Czechia 3-0 yesterday. Brazil beat Scotland 3-0, and now the Scots are kind of waiting to see what happens because they're going to be one of those third-place teams, but might not have enough in the way of points to advance. So they just have to wait around a few days. Bosnia-Herzegovina beat Qatar 3-1, which means almost certainly the U.S. is going to play Bosnia-Herzegovina in the round of 32, a match they will be favored to win. Had a big upset yesterday. South Africa beat South Korea 1-0, with South Africa advancing to the knockout stage for the first time ever with their upset win. And one other game, Switzerland beat Canada 2-1. That one is now official. We know that Canada and South Africa will play in the first knockout game on Sunday, and that will also be up in Los Angeles.
There's your World Cup reach around.
There was
God,
a reach
so
around.
Good at the reach. Nobody's better at reaching around than you.
Would you like to get a baseball version of that as well?
More than anything.
All right, let's do it.
They're doing the
reach around.
They're doing the
reach around.
Everybody's doing the
reach around. Start with the Padres' next opponent, the LA Dodgers, who completed a sweep of the Minnesota Twins with a 4-3 win. Shohei Ohtani on the mound also had an RBI single, 6 innings, but got into some definite communication issues with Dalton Rushing behind the plate. Will Smith's on the injured list.
Yes.
Usually works with Will Smith. Did not look comfortable at all with Dalton Rushing.
Was not comfortable at all with Dalton Rushing.
Was very unhappy with Dalton's refusal to challenge a couple of pitches, and then eventually Ohtani took matters into his own hands and challenged, and he was right.
And Dalton was mad. And she kind of showed him up. Then there was a spike, like it appeared to be a wild pitch. And then literally Dodger fans were like, that's a pass ball, dude. That's on Dalton Rushing.
There was a cross-up where Rushing was looking for something off speed and got a fastball, nearly took him out.
Yep.
I'm sure
if that was
would
on
not
purpose.
do that on purpose. Full of Framber Valdez because he was unhappy with his catch. You saw in the dugout, like, Dave Roberts and the coaches and Mark Pryor getting together with Dalton Rushing, like,
hey, dude, okay. So if you're a rookie catcher and you're catching Shohei Ohtani, just shut your pie hole. Shut your pie hole. Let that man do what here I am defending Shohei Ohtani live on the radio. Dalton Rushing, it's the best description I've ever seen of anyone, and it made perfect sense. Somebody tweeted last night, Dalton Rushing would have been in Cobra Kai. And I go, that's it. You nailed it. You absolutely nailed it, you SOB. Can you not see him with that black and yellow? Like, he would have been right next to Bobby and Dutch and Johnny. He's Cobra Kai.
Put him in a body bag.
He was sitting on the bench, beating his head with his hands. He just had, he was in concussion protocol, too. Like, he's a meathead. He's a meathead. He's going to hit 6 home runs this weekend now that we talked about him.
So disarray with the Dodgers, which means, yes, they still sweep their series,
correct.
But they only won the game by 1. Mookie Betts did hit a home run.
Many are saying this could be the fraction. Do you know how fast they will ship that guy out of there if Shohei says so? Like, they will be like, hey, bro, we're the Dodgers. We'll get anybody we want. Beat it. It was weird, right? Like,
it was a little odd.
Very odd.
The Diamondbacks beat the Cardinals 9-4. Got back-to-back home runs in a 6-run 4th inning from Ketel Marte, and Lou James Groover is a new name that I have not seen before in Major League Baseball. Lou James. Are you
saying this right?
I have no idea. I've never seen it before, but it looks like Lou James Groover.
All right. I'm not on him. I have not heard of Lou James.
You mentioned
Groover.
The Giants with the back-to-back home runs in the 9th to beat the A's 2-1 in that game. The Rockies rallied to win their game and series against the Red Sox 8-6. You mentioned the Cubs and DDT. They swept the doubleheader with the Mets. So even though the Padres won, they actually fell behind the Cubs in the wild card standings 10-3, 10-5. Dansby Swanson.
Oh, my
having
God.
Quite the series. I had drove in 4 in the first game. 2 days ago, then 11 more yesterday in the 2 games of the doubleheader. He has 15 runs batted in the series, and they have another game today. So
they said this dude woke up the other day with 31 RBI. 24 hours later or something, he goes to bed. He's got 46 RBI.
Jesus.
He had been the only guy like below Manny in terms of like average and qualified batters, but nice couple of days for Dansby Swanson.
He had 15 RBI in the last 24 hours.
Frenchie says the L in Lou James is silent. I don't believe that. Lou James?
Lou James. The L.
The Brewers beat the Reds 6-5 and more back-to-back home runs. William Contreras and Jake Bauers as Milwaukee completes the sweep. The Phillies over the Nationals 5-4. Their recent pickup, Derek Hill, had a pinch hit, go-ahead 2-run home run in the 9th to lead the Phillies to the 1-run win. Astros over the Blue Jays 3-1. Houston wins the series. And by the way, Astros, remember what a terrible start they got off to? They're one game out of a wild card spot right now. Now, a lot of that's because the American League is not all that great, but they are right back in it. So you don't think they're going to be selling off at the moment. The Pirates got 3 doubles and 3 runs batted in from old friend Ryan O'Hearn, an 11-1 rout of the Mariners. Yankees double up the Tigers, now 4-2. Ryan Weathers outdueled Tarek Skubal in this game. Now, it was a weird game for Tarek Skubal. He only gave up 4 base runners in the entire game. They all scored. It was a single and 3 home runs, and they all scored.
There you go.
And he had a weird moment in the 3rd inning where cameras caught him really adjusting hard below his belt. Like he was reaching down there. He was having like some serious issues. And
with what?
The groin
His
area.
belt?
No, below the
His
belt.
groin.
The groin.
No,
Yes.
I don't think it was his groin.
It's the groinal region.
It was the Frank.
The beans.
I thought it was the Frank. Oh no, it was the beans.
Yeah, I think on like a pitch on a follow through, he actually
he grazed it.
Hit himself.
Hit himself, which we've all done. We've all done the graze where you like turn real and then you're like, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh my God.
But rarely does it happen in a full stadium when you're the center of attention. With everybody.
They were concerned.
Yeah,
like
of course,
they ran out. The trainer ran out, and then you see her smile. He's like, I just hit myself in the boys. I just hit myself right in the boys.
But Ryan Weathers gets the win as the Yankees win at 4-2.
His bikini area, as the designator says.
That's true. They're thinking of a proper way to say it.
That's right.
Rays beat the Royals 5-3. Yandy Diaz 4 more hits. He's hitting .332 this season.
Crazy.
Angels got a 7-6 win over the Orioles despite 2 home runs from Samuel Basallo. They won the game on a walk-off check swing.
Yep.
It was like literally the Willie Mays Hayes to open the season. Whoops. And Nolan Shanwell just ran right around the catcher.
Basallo went to get it.
Yeah.
And so there were 2 outs.
Yeah.
So he could have picked it up and thrown to first. And he said, my instinct was to go for the tag. The guy was coming down the line. Bro,
he did the sort of in out of the baseline thing, but enough that not so much that they called him out.
Is there anything in when we consume a lot of baseball, Benny and Paulie and you guys listening, is there anything worse than when somebody just hits a little nubber between third and the pitcher or first? Is there anything worse? No. My heart starts to race. I'd rather them hit a missile somewhere than that little oops and 2 guys converge. Somebody's got to make a play, and in the big leagues they usually make them. But oh my God, I'd rather hit a missile into the hole and see if my shortstop can make a play than that. Yeah. And they lost the game on that last
Padres
night. So put it in play, good things happen.
Benefit. They get a lot of infield singles, like Xander
accidental
gets
swinging bunts,
little choppers to the left that don't. Tatis gets a bunch of them because he's fast. And
I feel like Merrill's had a million of them this year.
It just it does happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, it's the worst.
Generally. The Guardians wrapped up their series against the White Sox with a 4-3 win in 10 innings, moving back into a first-place tie in the American League Central. And the Marlins with a series win as they beat the Rangers 4-2. So a lot of wins of the National League playoff contenders yesterday, but things are getting really tight in the wild card race. The Phillies are a game up on the Cardinals and Cubs, who are a half game up on the Padres now. So Padres are actually a game and a half out of the top wild card spot, but are currently in the 4th position in the wild card race in the National League.
Still June.
Yeah, it's still, but we're halfway through the season.
Not yet.
Some teams are. I
That's
think
true.
a couple of teams hit their 81st
81.
game yesterday. Padres won't hit theirs until Saturday.
Okay, and we are currently 4 games over 500? 5 games.
42 and 37.
Look at us.
Is the current record for your San Diego Padres.
Who would have thunk it?
Well, one of the questions that I'm going to have during the roundtable is, we're not doing the mid-season review. We'll do that at the All-Star break.
Right.
But are the Padres better, worse, or what you expected when they, opening day and you made your thoughts as to what this team was going to be?
I don't think anybody has any idea. I still haven't seen a real good take on what this team is.
Well, and like I said earlier in the show, I'm not going to feel better about what I think of the team after this weekend series either, because if they lose, it's the Dodgers. And then if they win, are they just playing hot right now?
I know.
Or are we back, or are we going to go back to...
I mean, they're like exactly on pace for, I think, the 86 wins I said, but it doesn't feel like it. It's weird. We'll come back with our Throwback Thursday clips and some real or fake, all ahead with Ben and Woods on the Fan.
All right, we are 2/3 of the way done with Ben and Woods this morning. 97.3 The Fan. We've got our Epic Wings, Epic Roundtable coming up. Can't wait for that. Jesse Agler, Tony Gwynn Jr. going to be joining us. Going to get some wings in us here pretty soon. Try those wings if you haven't already. They're outstanding. And every time I talk about it, we usually end up ordering them on Thursday night. My wife hears us talking about advertising works, man.
You really,
it really
need
does.
to do the Wing Wednesday deal and do it the night before. Have a little foresight.
Okay. I'm not great with that, remembering things like that. So I'm glad you're here to remind me.
Sorry. You also need me to remind you to bring headphones to Chicago next week. We've told the Odyssey Chicago building is in short supply.
Yeah. So we're going to be broadcasting live. By the way, I'm Woodsy. That's Paulie. That's Benny. We realized that we're, broadcasting from 670 The Score, a legendary sports radio station in Chicago. And I leave my headphones here. Now, it's been weird the last couple of weeks and the last couple of weeks only. These headphones, which I purchased a couple years ago, I just leave them in here. Shocker. They're bulky. I don't want to shove them in my backpack every day, so I just leave them in the studio.
I bring mine in a little case.
Yeah, you got a case. We have different.
I bring it in my backpack every day. I always keep them with me.
We have a different brand.
I have the bag, and I put it in my backpack every day.
It's just very big and bulky. And so I just leave them here. I used to do that bit, and now I don't. But lately, they've ended up over there where you sit, where LO sits, Braden. Somebody is using, and I don't care. Like, I'm not like a germaphobe about, like, you can use my headphones. I don't care. But they're always missing, and they're never.
It's a universal truth of radio stations. I've worked at them for 25 years. If you leave your headphones in the studio, they will get used by everybody.
Well, and so
like, ooh, those are new.
So we are required to bring our own headphones to Chicago,
Correct.
right? Which is, it makes perfect sense. So I'm going to have to remember tomorrow to grab these, jam them in my backpack, and then pack them for the trip and bring them every single day. I'm not great at things like that, but I'm a grown man. I'll figure it out. But I happened to look over. I said, Ben, would you grab me my headphones? And he goes, these, and he held these up. And if you can't, we're on the radio, and I understand that. But these are cans, as we call them. These are cans from 1964, would be my guess.
They do look retro in a certain way. I don't know why we have that particular pair in the studio.
They look like they're 45 years old at minimum.
I'm going to put them on and see if they actually, how they sound. Okay, shoot.
All right. Ben and Woods.
You can't imagine how bad this is.
Really?
You really can't. Hold on. There's a thing on the. Nope.
They like static.
They look like they're held together with those clips that you use to like put a lot of paper together.
Yeah.
Those binder
The
clips.
big binder clips.
Yeah.
They are so bad.
Bulky.
They look like they belong in a radio museum. Come check out Wolfman Jack's headphones from 1930. I can't even.
Yeah, they're not good.
It angers me that they're in here. Throw them away.
Well, I don't understand why they're
unless they're like a relic of
Hacksaw's original pair.
Original
1978.
Right, for real. And if they are, like, we'll give them back, but they have they're not comfy. They're terrible. So if I realized if I don't remember to bring mine, I'm going to end up with something like that.
You say you don't mind other people using your headphones.
I really don't.
But when you think about it, I mean, would you want Hacksaw coming in and putting them on his head with whatever's in his hair, and then that gets on the part that's, the
I didn't think about it till just now. So
you got a problem.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it.
Be careful with sharing headphones with other people.
All right. I didn't think about it until you just said it.
You're
now
welcome.
I'm grossed out.
I'm not much of a germaphobe, but I couldn't even think about leaving my headphones here. And the thought of somebody else wearing them, I don't want their ears in my headphones.
And those are yours.
Yes.
And is there more like that over there?
I know that's it. Just the old timey pair. Whatever pair that used to be here is gone. And I think that when that happened, yours started getting used by the other hosts who were in.
So the problem is, what's Braden going to do next week when I take these, which are mine, that I did purchase, I'm taking them. So
those ones right there.
My wife bought these for me a couple Christmases ago, and they're horrible. I mean, absolutely.
Sorry,
absolutely. I love you so much, and you always buy me the best gifts, but those suck. And these are the only ones that work and sound great and fit me well and all that. I've been using these forever. I've bought 10 pair of these throughout the years, but these are terrible. So I have to figure. I don't have a case. I don't have the bag that you have. You're gonna have to remember to remind me tomorrow.
Tomorrow, take them with you,
please,
at the end of the show.
Because if not, I'm screwed.
That's a good point.
I am absolutely.
I mean,
screwed.
it's not like we couldn't.
I could go buy
them
some.
when we went there.
That's true, but I don't want to do that. Please remind me. And they're gonna be so big and bulky in my backpack, but we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just pack them in my suitcase because I'm gonna check bags. Are you gonna check bags?
Yeah, I'll check a bag.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
I don't mind checking a bag.
Okay.
Sometimes it slows you down on arrival
It
because you have
does.
to wait at the baggage claim.
Like
but-
Philly, where we waited for 4 hours after we landed.
Yeah, now you make me not want to check a bag.
I know, dude.
But
I know.
walking unencumbered through the terminal is a nice feeling.
It is. It is, certainly. So please, Paulie, somebody, and I'll make a note for myself too, but I will forget that I wrote a note. So thank you. I love you both.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts, trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. The baseball season is in full swing, and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for a free month of pool service. Our show doesn't go back nearly as long as those headphones, but it does go back about 8 years now, and Paulie likes to collect some of our clips from earlier years of Ben and Woods and bring them back on Throwback Thursday. So what do we have today, Paulie?
Let's see. We will start with one of our oldest clips, actually. One of our first clips here at 97.3 The Fan, which was 7 years ago this month, June of 2019. Can't believe it's been that long.
Man, time flies.
And very early on in our time here at 97.3 The Fan, Woodsy had an appearance at Vaughn's for Dietz and Watson.
Dietz and Watson, baby.
And this guy just wasn't a listener, wasn't there to meet you or sign up for, fare tickets or Soapy Joe's car washes or anything like that.
He happened upon and
he was just shopping.
He did the, what's this? Who are you? Who do you talk about? What do you cover? And what is it?
You're on the radio?
Yeah. That whole shtick.
Yeah.
And you never know who you're going to run into in an appearance.
Now, this is a clip that has really stood the test of time on this show. You hear it, I don't know, anywhere between 75 and 85 times a year.
Don't forget 90 times.
It is no.
Oh, no, that's the other way.
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it much on my watch.
You don't hear it much on my watch.
This is It's a Shame If They Lose guy, the extended
version.
I don't care if I never come back.
Pause.
So it's
Again, let me set the stage. When you walk into a grocery store and they have the covered area where all the carts are.
Like right before you walk through the doors.
It's covered. You can actually hear the acoustics are pretty good.
In like October, there would be full of pumpkins or something there.
Yes. Watermelon in the summer. Like you
Coke sleeves stacked on top of each other.
He just walked up and then was like, I can't remember.
He doesn't look like Nathan Lane, but he sounds like him in the Birdcage or some sort of Broadway theatrical production.
I don't care if I never come back. So it's root for the Padres. It's a shame if they lose. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
It's so legendary. It's so legendary. It was the Vaughns in San Marcos in San Alejo Hills, I believe. And he just, I don't know who he is.
Look, I know a lot of you are driving right now and a lot of you are watching on YouTube right now. If you get a chance, we just showed the video that you took from that moment.
Yeah.
If anybody knows this man, I would love to just thank him for all his contributions to the Ben and Woods show.
I hope he's doing great. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's alive and kicking and
so it's root.
The panic in his,
you could see,
you can hear it and
he
see
knows
it.
the next line is something about losing.
And he
pauses.
And
so it's root for the Padres.
You can he's like stops.
It's It's a shame if they lose.
It's not the word.
What's the line?
They don't win. It's a shame.
It's a shame if they lose.
Root for the Padres. It's a shame if they lose.
That's how I sing it
almost
now.
don't know how to
That's how
say
I
it.
sing it
The
now.
word lose never actually appears in the song Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
True.
If they don't win, it's a shame, because then shame rhymes with game to end the song.
Me, my kids, my wife, every time we sing
It's
it,
a shame
if they lose. It's just so good. It was one of my better finds at an appearance. I'm really glad I was rolling tape on that, because it has lived in infamy forever.
And then
That
Paul,
was,
you have a second clip.
Yeah, that was June of 2019. We go a little bit more recent. We go to June of 2023. And the show had only been streaming on YouTube for a few months at this point, and we had just recently rolled out our member streams, our member platform, where our most devoted and favorite listeners can pay, $5-10 a month and join us on YouTube. And part of that membership includes a private hour-long monthly stream on YouTube where we'll just kind of shoot the breeze for a little bit.
Like tonight.
We will be having one tonight, actually. Yes, 6:30 p.m.
Perfect.
Kind of forgot we had one tonight. And so this was like 4 or 5 episodes in on the member streams.
Yeah.
And Woodsy, it took him, he still hasn't figured out the sound settings. It's been 3 years. But you were really struggling early on to figure out sending and receiving audio. And I'm like, all right, well, you got to check your speakers. Is it being fed to your AirPods, or is it being fed to your computer speakers? Like, what are you doing here? And Woodsy, Ben was trying to tell a story about like being
Phillip
out at the
Rivers.
Chargers training facility or
as
something.
usual.
Like 10 years prior to this.
I've gotten it out of my system in the last few years, fortunately.
Whatever happened, though, in this clip, Woods was not able to hear us. He could not hear any audio.
Nope.
But he did not know that we could still hear him.
Yes.
And this is how it sounded.
I actually had a
Audio.
colleague,
AirPods.
she runs the teleprompter on Mondays, and she said something. She's not a sports fan really at all. She says, I watch your highlights of the Padres and just feels so much like the Chargers. And you know how they
That's you smacking your keyboard every single time, by the way.
and just feels so much like the Chargers. And you know how they
Now I have it on. Now I have these things off, and it's still not working.
They're supposed to win. Can you mute him?
I'm telling you, it's not my fault. It's these damn kids. They're probably in here messing with something.
He has no idea he's interrupting your story.
But anyway, I thought you had
Oh
a
my
good
God.
point.
This is ridiculous.
This Padres team does feel like at least 5 or 6 of those Chargers teams that like baffled you how they could lose games. Like what's going
Don't
on?
you mute my mic? The volume's up. Mute's off. Like insane. I got nothing. I'm telling you. Bro, get your ass to bed. I can't get it in my computer or anything. Nothing.
I'm not doing a 2-hour monologue.
I'm serious. Like I can't even get the speaker.
But you would.
I worked too long of a day to do that.
All right.
Oh man. Beef wants me to continue my story. What was just the story about the chart? It was just the fact that she's not even a sports fan, and she kind of made a point that I thought is actually pretty valid. That, yeah, it does feel like losses the Chargers would have had. You got to invent creative ways to lose. You're not bad
Can
enough.
you hear us now?
Yes.
Like you're not bad enough to just lose and get beat. You have to come up with creative, weird ways to lose. And that's what this season feels like.
Ben was starting to tell that story, and Woods was just going ballistic.
Did I interrupt your Chargers stories?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Why do you bang the keyboard? What is
don't
that
know.
ever going to do?
Nothing.
God dang,
It is,
so good.
but it is funny that you're such a radio and television pro. When that live stream camera comes on, you're like a different you're like a deer in headlights.
It's like you've never
It's like you've
seen
never-
a podcast microphone or something.
He's like, am I not? It's the weirdest, and Basically, he's just like, where's the sports page? Here we go. I'm going to rip the sports page from 1986. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
It's because we always
Now you're
do our
domed
live
out,
streams
right?
at night after I've already worked 2 jobs all day.
He's got nothing.
You're getting me on fumes.
He's he's usually off the Peloton, sitting creepily in his dark room, and he's like, anyway,
Pants around his ankles.
Bip Roberts. You're just like, dude, no, they want to hear about anything else other than this. It is the best.
It's one of those.
He just panics.
It sounds like one of those feelings for Ben, and I think we've all been there. You know, you're like, imagine you're trying to tell somebody a story. You're setting it up, and you're like, "This is you won't believe what happened to me yesterday." And then your phone rings. Hang on 1 second. And then you get interrupted. All right, anyway, so
Or your
so I
kids,
was telling you,
mom, dad,
and then
dad,
you get
dad.
interrupted again, and then you're like, "Wait, finally, I'm going to tell the story." And you're like, "It's actually not that great of a story
Right, and then
now."
you're just
But
dug
Ben was
in.
like, "I am so committed. I have to finish the story."
It was
still
incredible.
don't know what you were actually talking
and also
about.
that's Ben's personality. He's going to get his story out. You're
We're
going to get your
very
story
different. I mean, you've got that riffability.
Yes.
You know, light goes on. You can just captivate. I am more about the mechanics and
That's why we work,
the
man.
facts and the figures.
That's why we work.
That's why it works together.
I hope we get to keep working together.
I do too.
Yeah, July, August, September, October, November. Could
You're
be 6
halfway
months.
through the year.
Halfway.
5 or 6 of those Chargers teams like baffled you how they could lose games. Like what's going on?
Don't you mute my mic?
It's like, I'm not doing anything.
Point is valid. I mean, my point is valid.
It's like your grandfather trying to log in, dude. It's,
Bro, get your ass to bed.
you hear him?
Yeah, that little demon. Yeah.
Bro, get your ass to bed.
Yeah. And then you hit the speaker test
hit the
somehow,
test.
which I didn't even know how you could do that.
Cole says he
You
had to be
had no
hammered.
idea.
No, there was no alcohol.
No, God, no.
No, never.
It's like a Tuesday night at like 6 o'clock, and you just could not.
I couldn't get it, man. I just couldn't get it. And we'll have one tonight. It always works that way. When I have a rough night sleeping, if my anxiety keeps me up or my brain won't shut off, it's the next day you wake up, you're like, cool, I have 40 things that I have to do tonight. It should be fun though, because I've got a story for the live stream tonight. You can only guess if you're a member of the live stream what it's about.
Oh, God.
It's one of my favorite subjects, and it slays. It slays. It pays to be a member to get stories like this tonight.
Speaking of Throwback Thursday, we got a game of Real or Fake coming up next, but we need a contestant. If you want to call in now, play our game, 833-288-0973. That is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, I get a moment to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. It's the program I used to lose 40 pounds in 60 days. That was over 3 years ago. I have kept all that weight off because it's a different sort of program. They believe in changing your metabolism, changing your habits, and not ever going back to who you were before. I'm not going back, and thanks to SDFatLoss.com, I can keep that weight off. How does it work? It's based on real food, stuff you eat anyway. You don't have to buy any of their meals. There's no shakes. There's no bars. It's simply a couple of good meals a day like chicken, steak, ahi tuna, vegetables. You eat, you follow the directions, and you see the weight come off. Up to a pound of fat per day, 10 to 20% of your body weight in 60 days without the need for the injections, which are costly. And, by the way, probably going to lose muscle. Your metabolism goes down. This is different. They want your metabolism up to keep that fat burning all through the program and beyond. If you'd like to learn more, sign up for a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. And if you sign up for the program, just the 2-month program, take $200 off as well. Again, go to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Bottom of the hour, so we have to get right into our Throwback Thursday game. It is time to play Real or Fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
People, being John. John, you there?
I'm here. Good
All right,
morning.
John, you get to play Real or Fake today. And if you can get 4 out of 7 right, you will qualify for our grand prize monthly drawing. It's a staycation for 2 nights at the Town and Country in Mission Valley and a $250 food and beverage credit. Book your own rates starting at $199 per night for fan listeners at towncountry.com/thefan. All right, here's what we've got for you today. Of course, we are headed to Chicago, home of legendary hot dogs. So, of course, I went to my Eater app, Woods, to look for the best hot dog stands in the city. Today on Real or Fake, I will give you a name. You tell me if it's a real hot dog spot in the Windy City. Woods should be able to help you a little bit, or a fake I've made up for today's game.
Why do people always think I can help them? I haven't lived there in 30 years.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, John, you understand the rules?
You got it.
All right. Real or fake? Let's go with round number 1. The Wieners Circle. Real or fake, John? Hot dog spot in Chicago. The Wieners Circle.
I'm just going to go with the parody of it and say real.
Yeah. That one's real. Have you been there? Woods has been there. All right, that's 1.
No. It's a famous one, right?
You are
famous
3 away from victory. All right, hot dog spot in Chicago. Round number 2. Worst behavior. Real or fake, John? Worst behavior.
I'm going to go with real because it made Woods laugh.
Fake. Got
It's real?
No.
It is real.
Versed.
Supposed to be very good.
Versed.
Versed behavior.
live there, Woods.
All right, we are 2 for 2. Let's go to round number 3. The Red Hot Ranch. Real or fake, John? Red Hot Ranch.
It sounds too real, so I'm going to go fake.
Fake.
No, it's also real. All right, we are 2 out of 3, though. We're in good shape. Let's go to round number 4. Flub-a-dub Chubs, real or fake?
Sorry, what?
Save that.
Flub-a-dub Chubs, real or fake hot dog stand. John.
That has to be real.
It's absurd.
It is absurdly real.
It's
Very
real.
good. Yes. Would you like to go to Flub-a-dub Chubs while we're in Chicago?
No, I live Flub-a-dub
All right,
Chubs every day.
All you need is one more right, and you are a winner today in real or fake. Let's go to round number 5. Chicago hot dogs. Fatso's last stand.
Save that.
Real or fake? Fatso's last stand. John?
Let's keep rolling. Let's go with real.
Yeah, it is real. That was an all-real edition of Real or Fake. Congratulations, John. Stay on the line, Paulie. You'll get your information. What's Kong Dog?
Save that. Fake.
No, real. Fat Johnny's.
Fake.
Real. They're all real today. Nothing but real hot dog stands for you.
Is there a worse insult than fatso?
Fatso's
Yeah, there is
stand.
actually.
Flub-a-dub Chub.
Shut up, fatso. It's gnarly.
3 radio hosts in a tub.
So gnarly.
Flub-a-dub Chub.
Fatso.
Flub-a-dub Chub. Flub-a-dub Chub. I don't think I've ever done all real before, but I decided there's just too many good ones to leave out any of them. So congratulations, John.
Versed behavior is the worst thing I've ever heard. Versed. Right.
We will take a time out when we come back. Some smart baseball with Eno Sarris to wrap up our Thursday show before our Epic Wings Epic Roundtable coming up on 97.3 The Fan.
Well, from hot dog talk to insurance talk, wanted to tell you guys about Super Sure Insurance. They are a super agency. So if you own a business, you want to listen up, you got more than 25 employees right now. Super Sure will make it super simple for you. Sometimes you sign the policy, you don't hear from your broker again for a year, but in that year, there's still risk and there's gaps. Super Sure will take good care of you. Again, the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. So if you are the owner, CFO, or HR manager, keep it simple, right? Go to supersure.com. You can, they have tools there you can access, like the fine print facts, pretty self-explanatory. Translate your current policy into, plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not, plus the business value calculator. She can estimate what your business is worth, how it grows, what actually needs protecting. So again, supersure.com, one super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Super Sure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Getting ready for our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable at the top of the hour. But first, let's get into some smart baseball, Paulie.
It's time for the super polished, yet to be named Smart Baseball Weekly segment with Eno Sarris, son of a bitch. Brought to you by 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from the ballpark by the Bay in Chula Vista.
And Eno Sarris joining us on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it is better. And I'm sure your Stuff Plus metrics are raving this morning about J.P. Sears, new Padres ace of the staff that we saw last night.
Well, I mean, it does point out something kind of interesting. He had like an 8 ERA in AAA.
Yep. Yeah.
And, you know what he doesn't have in AAA is major league defenders behind him.
Yeah.
So, that I think that was kind of illustrative of why ERA is such a flawed stat,
And we've talked to you. We talked to you before about the altitude, right? They always talk about the PCL and the altitude. And when one of my buddies that covers the minor leagues for the Padres is like, hey, don't forget, man, the ball doesn't spin as well at altitude as it does. We've talked to you about it before in Colorado and how they're trying to revamp their pitching staff with maybe, better velo and things like that. But I think that all comes into play. And also, like, you're pitching in the big leagues, right? It's more adrenaline, better defense. All of it kind of comes into play.
Oh, yeah. The A's had a prospect come up just recently, lefty Gage Jump.
He's amazing.
And all the prospectors were saying, oh, he's got a great fastball. He's got a 60 fastball. And my Stuff Plus numbers said, he's got a meh fastball. So I was like, oh, man, what's going on here? And then he got to the big leagues, and it jumped in Stuff Plus. And I was like, man, is he just throwing it harder because he's up in the big leagues? Because that does happen. The prospects throw harder in the big leagues than they do in the minors.
Oh, yeah.
But then I realized he'd gotten, 2 to 3 inches of ride on his fastball, and he'd been pitching in Las Vegas. And even the minor league park in Las Vegas is 1,000 feet higher up than the major league park will be. So, there's Coors at 5,000 feet, and that's where no pitches move at all. In fact, I talked to a prospect who pitched in a place outside Mexico City that was 7,000 feet up. And he said he quit baseball.
Wow.
He said nothing moved at all, and he just hated it. So he just quit. So, so, the altitude matters when it comes to movement. And that probably mattered for Sears. All that said, I think, he's more of an emergency, and I don't know if he's a solution. So I don't know. I would still put kind of like back-end starter on the list of needs for the Padres as the deadline approaches.
No, I thought you were going to say I would categorize JP Sears as a back-end starter. I said, well, wait till you see our entire rotation almost. That's kind of, but they're piecing it together. You got Eno Sarris from The Athletic joining us this morning, as he does every Thursday, one of our favorite segments. And, you've been kind of telling everyone here for a while, not that the offense here is out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination, but they are playing a little bit better, winning some ball games. I saw this come out yesterday, MLB's unluckiest batters, and Jackson Merrill, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Manny Machado are all in the top 18, right? Weird year to have that all happen, but there's great hitters on here. Like Yordan Alvarez should be having a better season than he's having right now. But yeah, 3 guys in the top 18 for our San Diego Padres, which is kind of what you've been telling our audience for a while.
Well, I liked some of the things that Tatis told Eduardo Perez on the ESPN game. He was talking about, trying to be a little bit more open and Eduardo Perez was talking about clearing his hips. And that was sort of what I've been talking about in terms of him working against his body. Still, that tank shot that he hit was to center. I want to see some left field shots, but Manny's been hitting those shots, and it's weird. He's still on pace for a regular power year.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to hit like 28, 30 homers this year. And then one last piece of the puzzle is that it looks like the ball is changing again.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So the drag on the ball is something that that baseball releases on its own site, and it's basically it's a measurement that uses like velocity out of the hand and velocity at the plate, and kind of it's directly calculated from things that are measured on the field. And what it's telling you basically is kind of how high the seams are, how much drag is on the ball.
Yep.
And it means a little bit for pitched balls, but it means a lot for hit balls, because a pitched ball goes 60 feet and a hit ball can go 400 feet. And the small differences can mean a difference of 5 to 10 feet of extra batted ball distance.
Wow.
And what we're seeing right now is the ball is approaching 2019 levels of drag mid-season. It was normal to begin the season, and it just started taking a tumble in June. And now, and I don't know if you guys remember, 2019 was the year, it was pre-COVID. It's okay if you forgot it. But 2019 was the year that every team broke their team home run records. Baseball hit the most home runs ever. And every 7-homer guy hit 18 homers. So it was a crazy year. So we may be heading towards a crazy offensive output, and that might put even more stress on the back end of the Padres rotation.
What's the reasoning behind it, or how does this happen?
I think
it's
always
so
secretive. People assume something nefarious,
right?
But it's also, manufacturing isn't always perfect either, I think.
Well, it's a handmade ball. It's hand stitched. And so, I'm chasing down what's happening.
Nice.
I'm chasing the story right now.
Nice.
I've I've got a bunch of single source weird stuff that I can't really put out there until I get it confirmed by somebody. But, I mean, just looking at the chart of drag, we've never had a season like this. There's been some variation within season, but usually the ball they have is the ball they have. And I don't know what's going on, man. Like, it looks like something changed, like they sourced something differently. I know that the prevailing rumor, and it's just a rumor, is that like tariffs have had something to do with this. And they had to source something differently because it was getting expensive. And that one makes a little bit of sense, but I haven't been able to get anyone to confirm that one.
Very interesting. Eno Sarris is with us. And Eno, your athletic colleague, our friend Dennis Lynn, came out with a piece this morning about Ty France and how he's turned around his numbers defensively at first base. Was a Gold Glover last season, and the numbers have been pretty good for Ty France again this year. And talked about how he actually learned from Carlos Correa in Minnesota almost how to game the system on metrics. Like what do you do to make your metrics look better? And I wondered if you've heard experience of this, of players specifically doing things just for the metrics, whether or not they think it makes them a better player, helps them win games, but they know that, hey, if my metrics are better, I may make more money in my career because teams look at these things.
God damn it, Dennis. He scooped me. Oh. I wanted to read that piece because I was like, oh, no, I see Carlos Correa in there, and I've been waiting to talk to Carlos Correa because Tommy Pham told me that that players do this, that players game the system, that they're now aware of what goes into outs above average, and they know how to manipulate it. So, he told me all sorts of things. Like, I don't know if I haven't read Dennis's piece yet, but shortstops, if you want or infielders, if you want your numbers to look better, you play further back.
That's what Ty France is doing. Yes.
Wow.
And you get the ball further back. It makes the play look quote unquote harder. And if you are throwing to first base, you play further back, get the ball, and then you throw harder. And then your harder throw makes it look like it was a better play. There's other ones. The infielder running into the outfield is a risky play, but it is one of the best ways to boost your outs above average as an infielder because you show a lot of range.
Yes.
Well, now you're thinking, uh-oh, this infielder is running out into the outfield. Hopefully they call it, or that's a bad collision. Another one is it's worth a little bit more to the center fielder to sort of cross in front of the corner outfielders and catch a ball than it would be.
These guys.
So you'll see that center fielders are making more catches as a percentage of all the catches in the outfield, and you could say it's because they're more athletic these days, but you could also say they know how to game the system. This is slightly related, but like catcher interference is up, and that's because catchers are trying to catch the ball closer and closer to the plate, and that's for framing.
That's unbelievable.
What the underlying current of the story that I found interesting was that like you are in some ways putting your own metrics ahead of team play a little bit.
Wow.
I mean, that's the only slightly nefarious part of it is like, wait, you just backed up and threw it harder to make your numbers look better, but you could have just made that play easier. or you are going to cross in front of your corner outfielder again and again. And I've seen corner outfielders kind of slump, and be like, well, that was my ball, but whatever,
all the time.
Yeah. So, God forbid we start having more collisions between infielders and outfielders going out into the outfield.
I love so much, that it was Tommy Pham that told you that,
It's
by the way.
Tommy
It's
Pham,
just the most perfect. And probably said with such conviction.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is just an all-timer. I don't think he gets enough credit. AJ Preller still talks to him and leans on him. Like, it's incredible.
He's in my front office, dude.
Right?
Like, if I'm in a front office, he's in it with me.
Imagine those meetings. Oh, my. Because we had him, we had him here. We never spoke to him one time. I wouldn't even look at him in the eye when I was down in the dugout. I was like, nope.
Nope.
He's a fierce dude. He usually, the way we became friends is that he would yell at me about metrics.
Yes. And you would rebut, and
yeah, and he respected that. So it was and a couple, actually one time when he was in San Diego, he was like, they're playing me too far off the line, and there's too many doubles going down the line, and it's hurting my outs above average. And I was like, and he's like, can you look at it? So I looked at it and I found that the Padres gave up more hits down the line than any other team in left field. And I gave him that information. I said, if you tell the coaching staff that I gave this to you, we're done.
Well, they know now.
well, Eno Sarris said.
What a story.
Eno Sarris said, you guys are idiots.
What a gem. What a gem. Now I'm mad we didn't get a chance. We didn't sit and talk with him more when he was here. We wasted opportunity for sure.
Yeah, you could have talked about fantasy football too.
Oh yeah. He's a character, man. I love that. That's a really interesting way to think about it. And again, I just saw, and quickly before we let you go, I saw Mark Trumbo came out with a quote about Zach Neto, and he's like, "Hey man, he's determined to hit 40 home runs and put 40 balls in the seats. He doesn't really care how he gets there." And I thought to myself, I wonder if I was Zach Neto, would I be doing the exact same thing if I was playing for the Angels? I'm trying to hit bombs to get paid, right? Is there something fundamentally wrong with that, Eno, right now?
Hey, it is interesting. I mean, he doesn't have the bat speed of most 40 homer hitters. So what he's doing is pulling everything in the air, and it's probably costing a little bit in batting average and OBP, and he's like kind of a 230, 240 type hitter. It's possible he could be a better hitter if he was like a 275 hitter that hit 25 homers, So I've noticed this about him, that he is trying to be on the upper ends of what his bat speed would allow. Normally, you want to have like sort of like Tatis level bat speed to try to go for 40 homers, and he's more like low end of average. So I kind of get what Trumbo's saying. It is funny for Trumbo to say that.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I looked up his career K rate, Trumbo's, and Neto's is significantly higher. I think Trumbo was at if I got this right, it was at 22%, which seems low for Mark Trumbo.
Yeah, but relative to the league, it might be similar because the strikeout rate has only gone up every year.
That's true. Relative
I was looking,
probably way different.
Greg Maddux. People talk about Greg Maddux. They're like, oh, he didn't strike people out. He didn't have great stuff. He wouldn't be tops in your pitching rankings. I'm like, wrong. If you translate his strikeout rate to today's game, he would have like a 28% strikeout rate.
Right.
He actually threw 93, 94 when the average was 90. So you'd make him like a 97-mile-an-hour guy. I think like Brian Wu would be Greg Maddux, or somebody like that. That's has like a 27% strikeout rate, great command, and good stuff too. So
fascinating.
I think people misremember things because of they don't sort of adjust to what the league was doing.
We're out of time. Appreciate
Amazing.
it. We're off next Thursday, but we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much.
All right, enjoy your time off.
There's Eno Sarris with our Smart Baseball, and that is it for us. We're going to head over to the sound space for the round table. Paulie, we will see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Deuces.
For Woodsy, I'm Ben. Talk to you in a moment with more right here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.